Oh, no, 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 I'm sorry.
Have you guys ever wondered why scary things happen in other countries? Yeah, me too. So I guess we're gonna figure it out today.
Quick buck. This is actually the most extreme, scariest haunted house in the world. You have to sign a 40-page waiver that says they can literally do anything to you except intentionally kill you. But they will torture you to the brink of death, and you are consenting. And this place
Who's
is
signing up for
technically a
that?
charity, and that's what makes it all legal. They'll pull your teeth out, pull your fingernails out, bury you alive, shave your head, and force you to eat your own hair. Use CIA-level torture methods on you. This is a series. I'll give you all those details in the playlist below.
I mean,
This is Russ McCamey, the fine Christian man that runs this show. He was originally doing it in California, but then they kind of kicked him out, and so now it's in Tennessee. I can't show you pictures of the bad stuff, but just Google McCamey Manor. Some literally crazy, crazy, crazy things pop up. There's also a YouTube channel. Petitions were made to shut the manor down, but as of right now, it is still a thing. With a 10-year waiting list of over 25,000 people. If you like my content, follow my TikTok.
¿Los centauros existen?
Sí existen. Los centauros existen. Y en un exorcismo que realicé,
oh my
vi a
goodness.
uno cara a cara como poseía a su víctima.
Los cent-
What's
Oh,
that?
wow.
Oh, people are passing away simply from cracking their neck at a rapid rate right now? Tell me more! Yeah, this is getting looked into right now because people are literally passing away after cracking their neck. And it's happening way more than it ever has before. They are literally saying people are dropping like flies right now from cracking their neck. They're cracking their necks while they're driving, and all of a sudden it causes them to have a stroke and they crash or whatever, and eventually they are passing away from this. Okay. What they're concerned about though is the uptick in the amount of people this is happening to lately. They're trying to get to the bottom of what's actually.
So apparently these people are having strokes, and this is caused by breaking free a blood clot that has been there for the past 5 years. Now, what has happened in the past 5 years to cause so many blood clots? Just saying.
Causing this, and what has actually pushed this into a new level of people passing away. Okay. So essentially there's people out there risking their lives every single day.
I'm not gonna be cracking my neck.
Knowing it by simply popping.
I didn't get the shot though.
Oh, goody. What's that?
He's a fisherman. He said after a certain time, being on the shore of the beach is dangerous because that's when they arrive and they take people with them. Point blank, period. And you know, everybody's compound on the coast got electric charged wire on top of the fences, barbed wire, and they all got these signs, danger. And everybody got their security. They say after a certain time it get dangerous. Be inside the gate. Don't go to the water because you know none of us can swim good enough to get you back from them. I spoke to a guy. He said he went for a night swim, and when he got back to shore, he was standing there with his towel, and he looked and he seen a merman standing there. The hair was not like you see in the movies. He said he had these large black eyes, and he
Like an
said
alien.
he got this compelling feeling to go into the water. And he said he glad he fought the thought because he said he felt like if he did, nobody ever see him again. And I went to Puerto Rico. The locals said the exact same thing. Exact same thing.
There's videos now in Mexico of people that are given the same description.
For sure.
Recently, that just happened a few weeks ago that they seen one that walked onto the shoreline.
That's the thing.
It's got legs.
Apparently, the males don't have the fish appendage at the end. They got legs.
Oh.
But they have webbed hands and webbed feet.
Okay.
So this is the description everybody's getting. He's a fisherman.
That's crazy, right?
Did you know at night your windows become mirrors to you and you only, so anything outside your window can see you, but you can't see it unless you specifically move. And most of the time, if something is watching you, you couldn't tell for a long time because your curtains or your blinds are blocking your view. Did you know that? Also, because humans don't have night vision, your brain will fill the darkness in with predictions, not actual visuals, and your brain can detect light in eyes more specifically in the dark faster than your eyes actually can. This is because of your predator senses. So if you see something move in the dark, it's because your brain is envisioning it literally as eyes or something coming after you. So that thing that you're seeing in the corner of your eye, if it's blinking or if it's shining, your brain recognizes it as a predator and that you are actively being hunted. Human auditory processing gets worse around 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. So when you hear something in the dark and you can't tell what it is, that's because your brain is filling in the blankets as to what it could be. Fight or flight. Danger first, logic second. However, if you are tired enough, your brain could mistake actual danger sounds with a logical sound, like footsteps can be house settling noises to your brain. Also, the silence that you hear at night isn't actually silence, it's because your brain has been getting used to the daytime ambient noises like cars, traffic, whatever. But now that stuff is gone, it's starting to hear like electrical hums or house settling noises, etc. Don't forget the footstep fact though. Also, your phone sort of ruins your night vision instantly, or any chance or hope that you had of having any. Your eyes can't adjust from light, something so close, especially blue light, to darkness that quickly. So you're sort of fucked. Hope this helps. Did you know
I don't know if it helps, but what is that? Y'all see that? What is that? The dog knows something's wrong. Look at the dog. Oh my goodness. Look at her face. She is scared to death.
Se volvió muy viral hace algunos.
If you don't believe in aliens, I'm gonna change your mind.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it because I believe in aliens. Let's see what she's talking about.
So I already did an overview of the Varginha incident in Brazil. Today, I am going to be doing a deep dive into this incident. If you are someone who doesn't believe in this, please, for the love of God, just put your beliefs aside for a second and just hear all of this. Hear all the witness statements. Like, just listen and consider for a second that this could be true. Okay. So put us back in Varginha, Brazil on January 20th, 1996. The man who actually witnessed the crash was Carlos de Sousa. He was on the way to do a flight for fun with some friends with just some small planes. He claimed that he had saw a damaged cigar-shaped craft flying low before crashing. He said the rear part of it was damaged, suggesting that it might have been shot down. He said the UFO was flying 300 or 400 meters above the ground and was slowly losing altitude, going down and going back up. Just before reaching the highway, it made a sudden 360-degree turn and flew in the opposite direction. It managed to glide for a few moments until its engine appeared to die, causing it to crash straight into the ground like a rock. He said that it was leaking a chemical that burned the grass in a 40-meter diameter around the crash site, and he said the craft was approximately the size of a school bus and had debris scattered around it. He said the area smelled so strongly of ammonia and rotten eggs that he had to cover his nose and his eyes began to water. He saw a piece that looked like aluminum foil, and he picked it up, and he said it was just as light as foil. And he crumpled it in his hand, and when he let it go, popped right back into its original shape. The military arrived within minutes and they told him immediately to leave, and when he didn't leave, they raised their rifles at him to threaten him, and he said, "I'm ordering you to go away." After his initial interview with all of this happening, he disappeared for 26 years. And here is that interview. Later on, he pulled up to a gas station and two very tall men came up to him wearing black suits. They stopped next to him and they asked if his name was Carlos, and they recited all of his information, his occupation, his wife's name, his family's name, his address, everything like that. They told him, "You didn't see anything, you shut up and go away. If someone asks, you saw nothing, and if you don't, things will get weird for you, so go away." He saw them enter an unmarked car, and they dipped. Once he agreed to interview with James Fox, he returned back to the crash site, and he was kind of describing everything that was happening. And once they got to the exact spot of where the craft crashed, he got extremely emotional. Now we start getting into the real good shit. Now there's two sisters, Valkyria Silva and Liliane, and their friend was also with them named Katya. They claimed to see a two-legged creature crouching on a small abandoned piece of land in the suburbs. They described it as around 5 feet tall, around 1.6 meters, a large head with a very thin body, brown oily skin, V-shaped feet, large red eyes, and they said it seemed to be wobbly or unsteady as if it was hurt or sick.
That's very descriptive.
The location and went to tell their mother that they had seen the devil. They were Catholics at the time, so they thought devil, demon, something like that. The mother went to see what they were talking about, and she said she smelled a strong ammonia-like odor, saw the creature's footprints, and saw a dog sniffing around.
Os olhos vermelhos, a pele oleosa, feliz não, triste, encolhido. Senti que ele estava frito, né, assim, suando muito, estava muito quente.
Okay, so this is Valkyria, this is Katya, and this is Liliane.
Era mais ou menos assim, quer ver? Ó, eu tô tremendo. Quer ver? Um dedo, outro dedo comprido e outro dedo assim.
It's also said that there were two previous captures before their encounter. At 9 o'clock in the evening, there was a knock on the door, and when their mother answered, 4 men dressed in all black stood in the doorway. They came in, and one was carrying a briefcase, and another man was telling the mom, "Shut the door, shut the door." There was only one of them talking to her this entire time. And that man said, "We are here to make a great proposal to you because you can become very rich if you want to." He said to tell the girls that they saw nothing. They offered her this fucking briefcase of money, but they said the money could only be used outside of Brazil. The mother said she would not agree to the deal and told them to leave. The men continued insisting, but after she continued to refuse, they ended up leaving. The mother ran to the gate to see the vehicle they drove, but they were already gone. No vehicle. She also said that they were not from Brazil and that they were foreigners. That's all she said, but I'm gonna guess they were American. 3 hours after the girls' encounter, military police officers were sent to look out for something unusual. That's all they got. Now, a creature with the same exact description runs in front of their vehicle on the road. One of the soldiers in the vehicle, named Marco, I can't remember if it's Sherez or Sherezi, hopped out the car, grabbed the creature, and restrained it. He said after handling the creature that he smelled strongly of ammonia and said he had a sticky residue on his skin. Now, this is the craziest part of the whole case to me. He ended up getting an infection just from, well, unknown origin, but directly after handling this. The exam showed a granular toxin, which is dark granules in the white blood cells showing severe infection or inflammation. They were saying there was an unidentifiable substance. In 2 to 3 weeks, the infection got way worse, and on February 10th, he was admitted to the regional hospital. He was taken into intensive care, and the doctor who saw Marco said the infection was something he had never seen before after working there for 45 years. And he said he believed Marco's credible story. He said credible. He went into the ICU at 7 a.m., and he died that same day at 11:45 a.m. And the doctor that was on call wanted to bury him as fast as possible, which I think is really fucking weird. And Marco was kind of revealing what happened to help save his life because he felt like he was dying, but he was told he couldn't talk about it, of course. Now, before Marco passed away, Marco's sister, Marta, asked about his involvement with the whole situation. She asked if the encounter was true, and Marco said that it would be a big deal and a huge story. Now, after Marco had passed away, there was a doctor that traveled to investigate the whole situation, and he ended up interviewing his wife. His wife said that they took an extremely long time to deliver the results, and she also said that they were missing many pages. She said that they wanted money for her to receive the results, didn't offer an explanation, and an explanation was never given. Police also later came to Marco's mother and said the story of the creature was true and that it happened, but that they couldn't admit it to society because the population would collapse. So the commander that was driving the vehicle that Marco was in is named Eric Lopez, I believe, or Lopes, is said to be living proof of what happened. And he's also the only living witness from this capture. People have tried to reach out to him, but got nothing. Not even Marco's family.
He's not going to say anything.
He was unreachable for 26 years. Now, James Fox and his reporters and his video team tried to go to his house and interview him, and he threatened to shoot them if they didn't leave. And he never said a word to them. Now,
what is happening? What?
When a real one holds hold you down, babe, you supposed to drink.
I don't know about those wings though.
With no boss, bitch, I turned you out. You won't catch me in no.
I get it. People think I'm crazy. People think that I'm into aliens and that I see things. Like, what the fuck is that?
Well,
what the fuck is that? And
looks
why
like a
does
light.
this happen to me? See, oh, it's getting brighter. It knows I'm recording it, but no one believes in me. It's fine. I need to go get my fucking tinfoil hat on ASAP. These are so creepy.
And she's not scared being outside?
I know people are gonna think I'm crazy, and I actually don't care. I'm
All right,
just
let's
gonna share
see.
my experience. This is a story time about how I was staring face to face with a extraterrestrial.
Oh my goodness.
I know people are gonna say what they're gonna say. People are gonna be like, oh, you're crazy, you're tripping, you're making it up. That's fine. If you don't believe in aliens, that's okay. Then this isn't for you. But this video is definitely for the people who do believe and the people who are interested and want to hear my story.
I'm interested.
So everything was fine that night. There was nothing weird about it. There was nothing out of the ordinary about it. I just fell asleep on the couch watching TV. So around 3 a.m., I woke up unexpectedly. I used to have sleep paralysis all the time, so I know it was nothing like that. Nothing about this was a dream. I wake up and I am staring face to face directly with a extraterrestrial. It was gray. It had big ass eyes, like big giant eyes, and they were slanted kind of. They were empty, like completely empty, like a turned off TV screen. Honestly, it looked like a praying mantis, but not as small as like a bug, but it wasn't tall or big. It was like little, actually. Like, I don't know how to explain it, like a really small child size. Like, it was small. I wake up and it is literally this close to my face. It has the tiniest little mouth. Like, it's literally just like a boop. Its eyes are huge and black. Its skin and its face was like silvery, like a fish, like shiny and silvery, like a sea creature, literally like a fish. But I wasn't scared. Nothing about this was scary. My entire being was at peace, by the way. It was almost like I knew who this being was. It was almost like it was like really loving. So it is staring directly at me, not speaking, doesn't say anything. And it almost seemed like I woke up while this was happening. Like, I wasn't supposed to wake up, but I did, and it was like a oh well kind of moment. So as I'm staring at it and it is staring at me, literally I still have the markings, like 1, 2, and 3.
Nobody can see that, girl.
It was like a golden beam literally connecting our foreheads together because it was speaking to me telepathically. Yeah, I know people are gonna think that's crazy, that makes no sense. I promise you, I cannot make this up even if I wanted to. And while we were speaking telepathically, I wasn't exactly hearing anything. I was really confused by it the next day when I went to think about what happened. But in the process of it, it's literally still staring directly at me. There's like some kind of like electricity going through, literally, you could still see it, like boom, boom, boom. It's like insane.
Girl,
it's
I don't see anything.
Like lighting up while it was happening. Like it looked like cities, like city lights, like in its veins, as it's literally giving me some sort of telepathy or something. I don't know. So I inserted a photo of what I got ChatGPT to basically like describe for me when I gave her the detail. Nothing about this experience was scary.
It's a guy.
I felt completely at peace. I woke up around 3:03. I like fell back asleep briefly. That's how it ended. It was almost like I was at a state of being like complete, like giving this alien complete control over my entire body. But not in like a weird way or anything like it. It was just kind of like consensual. I don't know how to explain it other than consensual. It gave me codes, like activation codes. It showed up in like pictures or like numbers, but I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to decode that. I have no idea, but that was my experience.
You'll get another visit then.
At me. It literally looked like a praying mantis. It was shiny like a fish, like a swordfish. I don't know. It wasn't big, but it wasn't small. Like, it was weird. but it wasn't scary at all. Nothing about it was scary. The next day, I felt different. I felt like healed. I felt like lighter. I felt like, I don't know what it did, but I feel like it activated something in me, and I'm not sure when it's going to present itself. It left like 3 burn marks in the center of my forehead for months, and you could still kind of see exactly where it is. Like, it was 1, 2, and 3.
I don't know. Can y'all see that?
Look, you could see it. 1, 2, 3. You could say what you want and be like, oh no, it's not that.
Okay. Wow, it's pretty.
I know.
What's up, guys? This is
the follow-up video.
All right, so watch.
This will start out too.
Oh, this is not the follow-up video. This is something else.
What is that?
What is that?
No, I'm sorry.
What is happening? It's from aliens?
So there are a couple of things happening in this clip, and let me give you a background on this guy. His name is James Harlan. He's from the Las Vegas, Nevada area. James recovered this tube-shaped or pill-shaped UAP. It's got similar carvings in it, kind of like the Boogosphere. James had been doing tests on this object for the better part of 2 months, and about 19 hours ago, he potentially has been unalived by this object. There haven't been any posts. This was found on his YouTube channel where he had been documenting his tests, putting water on it. He would put an AM radio next to it and it gave off pulses. When he first recovered it, he saw it flying around in the Nevada desert near Las Vegas. It crashed. He went to pick it up. It burned him to the touch. He said it also vibrated. He took it with him home. He said it would make him feel super ill. I'll do a series on this to cover this. This just happened about 20 hours ago. Everybody in the UFO community, well, first of all, we want to make sure he's okay. But sometimes when you hear what's happening, it doesn't sound okay at all. So yes, we're gonna stay on top of this. Hit that like, hit that follow. We hope James is all right, but this man was trying to do.
Still to this day, over 15, almost 20 years later, it's not in people's consciousness. They are not aware of what happened in Libya with Muammar Gaddafi. If you were to read the headlines, he was an evil psychopath who was an absolute nut job. And he was very evil. He did such mean things to his citizens, apparently. And I'm not disputing that. Like, this isn't like denial of whatever they say happened there. Apparently there's some chemicals involved in citizens and demonstrators and whatever. But listen, what is known is that Gaddafi had free healthcare, free electricity, interest-free loans. Newlyweds received 50 grand to find a new home. Mothers received $5,000 on the birth of a child. Citizens received a percentage of all oil sales and petrol, and it was 14 cents per liter. Government paid 50
States history book from the year 1903. Guess what I found? Proof, here are 2 books. 1903. Tartary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember that video that China released of the Tianzhao 9 scraping upon the firmament? I mean, guys, it's so unbelievably obvious. They put it on mainstream television that the rockets don't actually go straight up. They always follow an arched trajectory. And then once they reach a certain level in the atmosphere, they tend to scrape something. I mean, this is in like every single rocket video ever. If you actually have a full video of it launching and then going up into the upper atmosphere. Now let's watch this one. This is probably like 37,000 feet in the air. I'm assuming he's in an aircraft. Well, look at that. It's starting to follow an arched trajectory. Man, I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Oh, scientists figured out with the right sound, light, and frequency, the human brain can be programmed to do whatever it is that they want. Tell me more! Yeah, this is crazy. The tests that they're figuring out and doing with the human brain are absolutely insane. It's literally like you're hypnotizing a brain to do anything it is that you want it to do, and they're tapping into it now today.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. What's crazy about this, though, is they can literally have you do basically anything they want, meaning when they programmed somebody's brain they were doing this on because they accepted it, they were able to actually be insanely successful because of what was programmed in their brain. It had them believe they were successful.
Better picture of the bull caught in the mountain. His face is about 900 feet tall. Very detailed. Come take a tour with me, I'll let you go see him.
What is this?
He has a friend. I haven't identified him yet, but check this guy out.
Petrified giants.
A rabbit or some kind of animal. But you can see it.
All right, these people need to stop smoking.
The bull. This is him. There's the.
No, see if you can get it now.
What the fuck is that?
Spaceship.
It's a fucking... What the fuck is that?
They're just out in the open now.
Look, I hate to say it, but this happens daily. I said, does it ever make the news? He said, no, obviously, because it'll deter tourists. And I'm like, he said, yes, but if I'm being honest, it's good for the families. These waterfalls are literally blending machines. There's no evidence. They don't find nobody. The only thing that makes them mad is when people jump and miss the water. I said, what do you mean? He said, if you look over, yes, there's a body of water below, but people misconstrued that and they think that they're going to hit the water and they hit the rocks and then they're stuck there. And I said, well, what do you do then? He said, well, sometimes we go get them or sometimes we just let the wind do its job. Then they get pushed in the water and then they get blended and then boom, that's that. And I'm just like,
what?
He said, but yeah, people do that all the time. And I bet they do. Mm-hmm. Look, I hate to say it.
Don't hang on. Lower. Yeah. That's not lightning. Listen. No.
Look at there.
Yo, only in Brooklyn, y'all gonna see a million fucking yo. What the fuck is going on?
Why are they all running?
What the fuck? Let me chill for these niggas fuck around with hot me and something out here.
What is happening?
Yo, say whoop they? Swoop they? How they?
Alright, so you know my story. If not, I recommend watching the video pinned on my page. In short story, I was part of ETA 10, See No Evil. Later, I was transferred to Epsilon 11, Nine-Tailed Fox. And eventually, after too many containment breaches, too many close calls,
secret
too many
information I've
classified
just
reports that contradicted each other,
fell upon.
promoted me to Chief of Security. That's where we start today's video. Because from that position, I finally saw what the Foundation refused to deal with. Everyone loves to talk about anomalies on land, creatures, artifacts, memetics, mind-warping Euclids, city-destroying
What is this?
But the truth they bury deeper than any SCP file, is that Earth's oceans are still the biggest anomaly we have. And the Foundation stopped researching them decades ago. Not because they ran out of resources, but because they started finding things they couldn't explain, things they couldn't contain, things older than civilization, some older than human memory. So, quietly, invisibly, I built a task force that could handle it. A task force the O5s never fully approved, never fully understood, and definitely never intended to exist. Mobile Task Force Leviathan 7. Seafloor Shepherds. The oceans cover 71% of Earth, yet the Foundation understands maybe 1% of what lives there. You've heard of SCP-3000. You've heard whispers of SCP-1128. You've seen footage, grainy, unstable, of things breaching sonar range before every instrument fails. But that isn't even the beginning. During my time as Chief of Security, I was given access to oceanic black site archives, failed expeditions, submersibles crushed into metallic confetti, entire dive teams that disappeared mid-sentence over comms. Patterns emerged. Depths where physics shouldn't behave the way they did. Currents that shaped themselves intentionally, structures with geometric signatures that predated human architecture, yet were clearly built by something. Someone had to go down there. Someone had to survive long enough to study it. Someone had to be capable of fighting back when something in the abyss decided to hunt us, and no existing MTF could do that. So I built my own. Now, let's talk about how the team came to be, officially. I recommended certain operators be relieved from duty for reassignment. Unofficially, I handpicked some of the most elite soldiers, researchers, engineers, and deep dive specialists the Foundation had ever trained. People from Tau 5, Gamma 6, Alpha 9, and other units I probably still can't legally mention. Imagine taking the star player from each of your favorite sports teams and putting them under one roof. That's how elite these soldiers are. I brought them in quietly. No team rosters, no budget trails, no O5 oversight. Then I showed them what the Foundation refused to acknowledge. I taught them what we really found in the deep trenches. I trained them to operate in an environment where light, pressure, and direction become meaningless, and I outfitted them with technology the Foundation still doesn't know I designed. Each member of Leviathan 7 wears a full-body aquatic exosuit, something between power armor, a dive rig, and an experimental pressure nullification shell. These suits do three primary things. 1. Survive impossible pressure. The deeper you go, the more the ocean tries to liquefy you. These suits counteract that using a multi-layered compression field that stabilizes internal pressure regardless of depth. Imagine wearing a personal physics bubble. 2. Move faster underwater than on land. Hydrodynamic boosters, microthrusters, adaptive fin arrays, call it whatever you want. In the water, they move like predators. Imagine this. A foot race, you on land, a Leviathan 7 running on the bottom of the ocean. The chances of you winning the race? 0. 3. See in perfect clarity. Bioluminescent scanning, echolocation, low-frequency mapping, and a proprietary optical system that cuts through darkness like it's air. Where a submarine sees a wall of black, Leviathan 7 sees everything. These suits made my team the first humans in history who could travel the deep ocean without being crushed, blinded, or eaten alive.
That's crazy.
They could finally start documenting what the Foundation pretended wasn't there. Alright, so, weapons. The team carries supercavitating rifles that fire projectiles encased in gas bubbles, meaning they travel through water like they're moving through air. Thermal lance harpoons capable of burning through the hide of megafauna thicker than tank armor. Electropulse detonators designed to stun, redirect, or ward off entities that respond to electromagnetic fields. And in emergencies, the Leviathan Spire. The one weapon only accessible to L7 units as it requires biometric scans configured to the agents. It is a collapsible pylon that generates a dome of stabilized water pressure. Inside the dome, breathable atmosphere, stable footing, functional gear. Outside the dome, whatever nightmare the trench just vomited out. Humanity wasn't supposed to fight underwater, so I engineered a way for us to do it anyway. Leviathan 7 isn't just another MTF. They are apex predators designed for a world humans don't belong in. They're trained to operate at depths deeper than any manned submersible. Engage hostile aquatic anomalies.
But why is this happening?
Navigate pitch black environments with perfect spatial awareness. Survive pressure that would turn a normal person into red mist. Hunt entities larger than buildings.
How much did this cost?
Organisms buried beneath the seafloor. Enter zones the Foundation classifies as non-navigable and return with recordings, samples, or more.
This is crazy.
They're the
I was just walking out of my apartment. And look. You see that?
Oh my goodness.
You see that shadow? It's following.
No. No.
Bro, something's going down in Florida, Orlando, all the way to Jacksonville to be exact. I'm reporting from my bathroom because it has the best acoustics. The galactic war has reached Florida. Now listen, yesterday morning, 5 a.m., they said that they started hearing booming all the way from Jacksonville to Orlando, vice versa. Now they're seeing the ships. This ship is humongous. I will show you the video. I'll come back at the end. I want you to watch the video all the way through. It's a little bit long, but y'all gotta watch the whole thing.
That is a fucking UFO out here in the middle of the damn sky. Everybody is riding around like they don't see this shit. Like they don't see this shit. So apparently yesterday in Orlando or in Central Florida, you can hear a loud boom from 5 something in the morning all the way from Jacksonville to Orlando. This is what they said. It came from Jacksonville to Orlando yesterday. There was a loud boom at 5 a.m. and they said it was some kind of spaceship that landed, that was in orbit for like 909 days, that landed secretly, that don't nobody know about it, the Kennedy Space Center. Now,
Well, it doesn't look landed.
weeks ago, right? A couple weeks ago, I heard in my complex there was like this loud ass boom, sounded like a ship was taking off of the roof of the building.
Get out of here.
Like it was just really loud. Like
So they got
Aliens
videos on
again.
here of people ripping off their face, right?
Okay.
And showing that they aliens, right? And then when you look at the bottom, it will tell you that it's AI generated. And if we being honest, I don't think none of that stuff is AI generated. It don't even look AI generated. It look real.
I mean, you can't really tell anyway.
Real. It look real.
It probably does look real.
Are these aliens trying
Probably.
to tell us something? Well,
Probably.
show us something. And then lie to us and say that it's fake. I don't think we that stupid. So
Shit's getting weird.
Oh, it is.
Part infinity.
I'm just shaking, man. I just need my wife home, man. Seriously. I need my wife home.
Her husband standing with her family tonight, reaching out in hopes that somebody has seen her.
She had a phone, she had a purse, and credit cards. But we don't know where she is.
Brown was on her way to Wicker Park, where she had a long-standing appointment with an acupuncturist. She never arrived. Linda Brown was last seen wearing a long, puffy black coat and shiny Ugg-style boots. She was driving a 2021 blue Honda Civic with license plate CX57470.
Ask her, do she need help? She has her phone. Her phone is still ringing. So if you do see...
So I can't find her with her phone? I mean, do locate your phone. Obviously, you can find
Are
her.
my little nigga spidey senses going off? Yes, the fuck they are.
What?
And you can't blame me, okay? With the amount of weird ass cases we saw last year, of people that were like, I don't know where they are, blah 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 blah, and then they end up doing it. Sure, we still got that David situation going on. So I understand people's skepticism. I get it. Something in my gut. I always trust my gut. Something in my gut is telling me to believe him. And I believe.
Maybe.
We'll see. It's too
maybe.
early to tell.
Uh-oh. That's this year. Oh, he's winking? Oh, is that funny? All right.
Alexa, how many days until Halloween 2026?
Halloween in 2026 is 301 days away, on Saturday, October 31st.
Alexa, how many days until Thanksgiving 2026?
Thanksgiving Day in 2026 is 327 days away, on Thursday, November 26th.
Alexa, how many days until Christmas in 2026?
There aren't any Christmas holidays in 2026.
All right, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.